Sticky is a bigot, misogynist, racist.
I don't even know what half of those words mean. So,
Means
no.
you like boys.
I mean, it's Friday, so that statement is invalid. Ha.
Give it 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Why? Are you gonna try to seduce me or something? Is that what you're implying here? That's kind of freaking weird, Duck.
You're freaking weird.
I, I, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, I try to be nice to you. I call you my friend. I call you
I'd
every
say
day
more.
to check up on you, and you never fucking answer.
You're
I
such a
fucking
fucking
text
liar.
you fucking ignore. I Snapchat you ignore.
You're such a fucking piece of shit liar. I fucking hate you so much.
Why?
Because you were fucking telling it the exact opposite.
What do you mean?
One of these days, when your name inevitably leaks online, I'm
Jake.
gonna fucking post all the screenshots I have.
Okay, look. To like not make you feel bad. If I were to open up my Snapchat right now, open up my messages, it would just be a bunch of me, having opened messages that I haven't replied to and probably will never reply to. So it's nothing personal. It's just the way I am. And if you open up my Twitter, you're gonna see a bunch of unread fucking DMs.
Well, that's always your Twitter. You don't answer DMs like
I
that.
don't answer. I don't honestly. I don't answer anything. Honestly, and like there'll be points like where I don't answer anyone. Like it doesn't matter who you are. I'm not gonna fucking answer you because I just don't feel like it. Like sometimes I just like don't feel like I don't know. Like sometimes it's a fucking hassle for me to fucking have a conversation through text. Like or like I already don't like calling. Honestly, like I don't know why I even have a phone. I should probably just like have fucking Twitter and Snapchat.
Okay, before we continue though, let's go ahead and get this shit out the way.
Oh,
Uh,
that's my favorite part.
our promotion,
Oh
shameless
yes,
promotions.
yes, yes, yes.
Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share the podcast wherever you can. Twitter, YouTube's, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, whatever other site posts us without permission.
Yes.
Uh,
Like the hub.
yeah.
Bro, what if we start uploading our podcast to the hub?
You know what? Let's do it. We can get
I...
away with a lot more on there. But
Oh, that's nasty.
but okay. Be sure to go ahead and go follow my. I don't even know what you are at this point. My acquaintance on
Acquaintance.
Twitter at Mr.
Business
Mediocre
partner.
underscore YT. My yes, business partner. You can also find my business partner's YouTube if you just go to the little search bar and type in Mr. Mediocre. You should see his logo of a football face with a hat.
Yes. And a mustache.
Um, I believe he actually just uploaded a video that I'm going to go watch right after we finish
That's a
recording.
fucking goddamn lie.
You want to bet?
25 cents. Hey.
Because I have it on my screen right now, the title.
Shut the fuck up.
I fucking hate.
Anyways, though, go check out Duck on Twitter and on YouTube, which, by the way, we'll get into that in a little bit. But, yeah, go check them out at Views of Phoenix. And also check out, our, podcast pages on Twitter and the Gram and the Hub at Broad ENT Pod. So, yeah. Okay. So, first things
Promotion
first.
out the way.
Yeah, first things
Done.
first. Duck is making a return to the tube.
Indeed.
Indeed. So, Duck, earlier Duck was telling me how he had like 102 videos planned out.
Shit, I wish. That'd give me a lot more choices.
So you guys are gonna have 102 straight days of Duck videos now. So you heard it here first, and if he doesn't fall through with it, doesn't come through, with it,
You can
then
kill me.
yeah, you can kill him. Like, you can go up there to Albuquerque, New Mexico, find him, and kill him.
My Walter White?
No,
Why am
no.
I in New Mexico?
If anything, you're more
I'd
like.
say I'm Jesse.
Nah, you're definitely not Jesse. If anything, you're probably like Jesse's friend that got shot, the dumb one. No, he didn't get shot. Wait, no,
No.
he got put in jail. Badger, you're Badger because you're fucking dumb.
I'd call you.
If anything, I'm Gus.
Which one was Gus? Was he the fucking dude who ran the Los Pollos Hermanos?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a little creepy.
I'm not creepy.
A little bit.
How?
I'm gonna be honest. Your eyes creep me out.
Hey man, I got very very sad eyes. I mean,
Like,
I've seen stuff. I've been through
like
stuff.
I remember you sent me a photo of yourself sitting in your desk chair with Bertram sitting behind you.
Oh my god, do you still have that picture? I love that picture. I don't know if I have it.
I do. I think I still do have that picture.
Oh, I
I
love that
think.
picture.
But you sent it to me, and like I looked into your eyes in the photo, and it looked like you were trying to fucking steal my soul through the
I'm
photo.
soulless, dude. Like, I have no soul. I have no heart. I have no feelings. Like, I really don't. You know, like, um, I guess you could say I'm a bit of a douche.
You're quirky.
Quirky. What's that supposed to fucking mean?
You never heard that?
Actually quite a few people have like said that to me, but like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Well, first of all, it's something that basic white girls say when they want to call themselves a fucking weirdo.
Oh, I'm not a
Instead
weirdo.
of going, yeah, I'm a little bit fucking weird. They go, I'm just kind of quirky.
You know, I like weird. Weird's different. I'm different. You know, like I'm not like these other people out here. You know, like I always just try to be myself. You know, and I like being myself. Like, you know, I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to, you know, be professional. So, you know, I'm just gonna be me. People want to call me weird, then fuck it, dude. But back to Duck. Duck. You are returning to the YouTube. Do you know when said thing you yeah, you just sent me the fucking picture of the bird drum?
Yes, I did.
That's amazing.
Because I found it.
That's amazing.
But as far as when I'm posting, it's really whenever I get time.
Ooh.
Cuz like cuz my plan for it is yes, I still want to have one day a week where I consistently try to put videos up. But for the most part, as far as recording them, I'm going to try to pick a day during the week where I can get off of work consistently and then just spend the entire day bulk recording videos and
Sunday.
then just schedule them.
It's gonna be Sunday because Sunday was your day off because of football, but now football season's coming to a close.
Okay, let's not say that too loudly because I've got people from my work that now listen to this.
I mean, yeah, because of your, you know, religious beliefs and, you
Yeah.
know, you go to church every Sunday like a good boy, and, yeah. But, yeah.
But
Duck is
but yeah,
from
no,
Duck. So go check them out.
I do plan to, like I said, bulk record them and then just schedule drops for each one. So you might get like a week where I churn out 10 videos and you get 10 videos in a week.
And next week you'll get none. And next month you'll
Yeah,
get none.
like I feel like when I set the expectation on myself to do like, hey, I want to do a video a week, it felt more like a job, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Even
yeah,
if it's just a
it feels
day.
like that, honestly, sometimes. Like, sometimes it feels more of a
Like I don't
chore. You know, like,
I want to
it's like a
go into it
hassle.
like I want to go into it like, okay, I really want to do this, you know? I
Yeah.
don't want to go into it like, all right, let's get this out the way, because then I don't want to do it,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
becomes
See,
a
and that's
hassle.
how I was feeling, like, with the Texans videos, like, all of December. And then like with the videos I've been uploading this week, it's like different. Like I actually wanted to fucking record videos and upload them. Like, I think I've gone like 4 straight days like uploading a video, maybe 5, and
Oh, me too.
I don't think I've done that since like maybe September or something. So yeah, like I've definitely like felt like a new, like some new inspiration, I guess you could say. Like, I kind of want to focus on YouTube again and like cut everything else out again. How I tend to do. Like, I don't know. I just go through phases like where, I will step away from the YouTube a bit and like the streaming on Twitch to like, just like do me outside of like, the internet, I guess, and like hang out with friends and like other people and shit. But like there'd be times as well like where I just cut off like the people, around me and just focus on YouTube. So I feel like I'm kind of entering that phase again.
Well, I think for me, one thing that I think will help me out a lot too is I think branching out more, because I've done a few videos here and there away from like the Texans stuff, but if you go and look through my list of stuff I've talked about, it's 90% like Houston sports.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I kind of feel like me doing that was kind of just copying like the formulas that I've kind of seen work, you
Yeah.
know?
So you want
Like I
you
don't
want to move on to Boston sports then, huh?
Jesus Christ, no. But like I kind of want to branch out. Like I'll still talk about sports and stuff, of course.
Yeah.
But like I want to talk about music sometimes. I want to talk about some of the shows that I watch. I want to talk about interesting things going on in the world. But I feel like just going Houston sports is gonna drive me insane.
And like I feel like it's like oversaturated now.
Yeah, it seems like everyone and their mother now has a sports page about the Texans or the Rockets.
Yeah, like at first, it was just like a few people doing it, and it was cool. Like now, everyone's fucking doing it. So
Now, if I get a lot better with my editing, and that's a big if because right now I'm pretty shit at it. But if I get better with my editing, I might go and start doing like some football breakdown videos and stuff like that.
mm,
Like maybe a like a position by position breakdown from like matchups during the week and stuff like that. Like if I don't know, if Hopkins had 275 yards receiving against Jalen Ramsey, I might break it down. But again, I want to get better with my editing before I even attempt that.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, I do plan on coming back, but like I said, I just need time. That's the only constraint right now.
time. You don't got time, make time, duck.
Well, I mean, if I'm working 9 hours and then I get home at fucking, I don't know, 10:45 p.m. and I'm fucking drained.
Then you drink
Especially
a Bang energy drink.
I'm not you.
Hey, motherfucker, I have not drank caffeine. Caffeine, so like no coffee, no energy drinks, no pre-workout in 8 days. 8 days without it. Like I've like reached like a new level, I guess you could say. Like I feel woke, I'm woke now. Like I'm, my mind and spirit is like in a new level right now. Like I feel like I'm above everything else right now.
Okay,
I'm
calm
I'm
down there,
I'm
buddy.
enlightened, and I am here to enlighten you, Duck. Duck, go to church with me. Stop drinking caffeine.
Absolutely not.
Why? Stop.
I can hardly imagine you inside of a church, first of all.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? What would you like? Picture me getting drunk off the blood of Jesus
Like I feel
Christ?
like I feel like you would be in there and they'd be passing around like the communion wine and you're like fucking ripping it out the fucking dude's hand. Like, get back.
Bro,
I'm not done yet.
you gotta see, because they say like whenever like you're like a hangover starts creeping up, like if you drink alcohol again, like it won't happen. So like if you show up on Sunday mornings to church, that's why they give out the wine. Think about it.
I promise you that's not why they give out wine.
That is 100% the reason. 100%, dude. Like,
No.
like the people there, they might be a little hungover, so here, have a little bit of wine. So, you push that little hangover until, like, you get out of church. So you get back home from church, and then your hangover, creeps up, and then, you're fucked. But, yeah.
But you know what I think?
Huh.
I think it's time we get into the juicy gossip.
Ooh, the juicy gossip. Well, guys, if you guys didn't know, Duck has a boyfriend. His name is Jimmy. Yeah, they broke up. There you have it.
No, his name is Francisco.
Who the fuck? So you're into Hispanics, huh? Hey, is that why you're friends with me?
Yeah. How you doing?
No, dude, that's creepy. That is so fucking creepy, dude. No, get away, get away, get away. Okay, no. But
But anyways,
the
off
real
of the
stuff.
flirting.
Flirting.
Um,
I'm not
no.
flirting.
Uh, onto the gossip.
Gossip.
So,
So
the rumor on these
the
streets.
streets, like the mean streets of Sugarland.
Exactly.
Yes.
On these mean Sugarland streets is that Mr. Deshaun Watson
Likes
wants
boys.
to be traded.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
we stay on different streets. But no, from everything that I've seen, I haven't been on Twitter as much as usual, again, because I'm working a ton.
Different time.
But from what I can tell, he is putting out at least that he wants to be traded because he wants more say in like who comes and who goes.
Well, let me correct you there. Deshaun Watson has not requested a trade. He has not put out that he wants to be traded. That the whole trading thing is just speculation based on him being pissed off at the fact that the Texans didn't include him in the GM, hiring process when he was promised that he was going to be included in that process. So
Mm.
the whole trading rumors are untrue.
It's all just people guessing.
Yeah,
And
people like wanting Deshaun on their team pretty much and stuff
well,
like
I
that.
mean, I can't blame them because watching Deshaun is one of the greatest things about being a Texans fan. Uh, no, it's the greatest. Let's be honest.
I
But
mean, watching John Weeks kind of up there. You
okay,
got Peter Columbi as well. You got Brendan Scarlett. So I mean,
but
definitely top five, but not the best.
but yeah, I mean, I understand him wanting like a say in the coach and the GM and guys like that, especially if what's being said is true. Again, I have no like way to prove or disprove it, but if it's true that Cal McNair sought him out and told him that, and then now has basically lied to him, that I can't blame anyone for being upset with that.
Oh no, like Deshaun has every right to be mad. I mean, Cal McNair is like clearly a freaking moron. I didn't get a chance to watch the interviews. I mean, the press conference with Nick Casario. I don't know if you did.
I have not. I plan on doing it after I watch your video.
Yeah,
So,
but apparently Cal McNair was like reading off like a teleprompter thingy, and apparently he was like bringing up like things that are like completely irrelevant. Like when I think it was Brian T. Smith. Apparently he had asked a question, and then Cal McNair brought up like the ice bucket challenge that they did like from like 5 years ago or something. Like what the fuck does that have to do with like the question? But yeah, apparently, like Cal McNair was like so monotone and was like clearly like reading off a fucking script, and he sounded so boring, and he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, to the point that Nick Cassera had to like go in there and kind of like save him in a way, and like take the questions away from Cal, I guess. So like, yeah, clearly Cal's like he's just not cut out to be an owner.
Well, I don't think he ever planned on being an owner, and I don't think he ever wanted to be an owner.
Probably not. He was probably just satisfied living the rich son lifestyle, never having to do
Well,
anything in his life.
I mean, let's be honest. He didn't choose this. He was thrown into it.
True.
Like this is, and I know people are going to laugh at it because they would disagree, but the Texans are $1 billion franchise.
Yep.
All NFL teams are $1 billion franchise. I don't care what anyone says, but the Texans are $1 billion franchise. No person, even if they don't want to be, is turning down potentially billions of dollars.
Nope.
Nobody. Because even if he didn't want it and he inherited it, he tried to build it up just so he could sell it. The Rocket sold for what, like 2.5 billion, something like
I don't
that.
recall.
I know they sold for at least 2 billion, but I mean, if you build it up and make like the team look incredible, like it's real promising, you could get probably 3 billion for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I get why he is running it, but I hope what I saw on Twitter about him planning to let his football guys run the show, I really hope that's true.
Yeah, I hope like he just like goes
My
back up into his office and like drinks whiskey and like I don't know, does
Now,
whatever the
I
fuck he does.
understand if he intervenes with like bottom line stuff, like if like let's say the Texans completely revamp the team, trading and flipping all over the place, and whoever the coach is promising, yeah, I'm guaranteeing at least a championship appearance first year, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's doing that and the team's like 0-4 like we did this year, I could see him stepping in with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's like, hey, you just told me championship. Now we're winless, you know?
Yeah.
What about you? What do you see Cal McNair's role being? Do you see him taking that step back like I'm hoping he does, or do you see him still like sticking his nose where he shouldn't have it?
I think he's gonna take a step back because honestly, I mean, if you go back to what was it, 2018, whenever Bob McNair passed away, and Cal McNair became the guy, how many times have you seen Cal McNair speak?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, again, I'm only verifying this based on random people on Twitter. If I'm not mistaken, this like press conference he did was the first time he publicly spoke
Yeah,
about the Texans.
yeah. So I
So
feel like he's
yeah,
just letting his football people do their thing. Like for example, like I mean, if he was a meddling owner, I don't think he would have let O'Brien trade DeAndre Hopkins. Think about it.
I think that's fair. Because I mean, my thing with my thing with Cal McNair is I think a lot of it is overreaction, right?
Yeah.
Because like you said, Cal McNair hasn't done much, right?
Uh-uh.
Like Cal McNair's involvement with the team has been limited to what? Jack Easterby interactions?
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask you something. Cal McNair, how many times have we heard him talk about what the team is going to do? Like moves to be made or
I
anything
don't
like
think
that?
ever.
Because if you look at just NFL Twitter, you're going to think, oh, Cal McNair is Jerry Jones. Like, he is a dictator. He needs his name everywhere. He's talking on radio about free agents that he
See,
want.
I
Like,
feel like more people are giving Cal McNair shit, not really because of what he's done, rather, instead, it's because of what he hasn't done. You know?
so you think it's more of like because he hasn't done more?
Yeah, and I feel like it's like the Robert Sala fans and the Eric Bieniemy fans that are pissed off. You know, obviously, like, on top of the whole Deshaun Watson situation, which is like really ugly and messy, and he has to fix it immediately. Honestly, he should just shut the fuck up and let Nick Casario fix that. Like,
Uh, Again, I haven't seen that yet, but from what I understand, Nick Casario looks really good. Sounds like he knows his stuff.
yeah, that's
Um,
what I heard as well.
if and this is a very big if, Cal McNair wants to get some of the best PR he's ever gotten. You know what should be coming next week?
An Eric Bieniemy interview.
No,
Uh, Croissants for everyone in the front office.
I think he already does that.
Oh.
But no, I'm just playing. I don't know. But no, I believe forwards. Wait, no, should be five.
Five?
No, four,
Four.
four,
Five.
four. But those words, Jack Easterby is fired.
Oh, absolutely.
If he wants the best press he's had since he took over, that's what he's got to do.
Yep.
If he, because let's think about the things that would come if he fired Jack Easterby. One, that's going to make the locker room feel a lot better because from what I can see, a lot of people are unsettled with his role in the
Yeah.
organization.
They don't like him.
Exactly. Two, that's going to make your fan base ecstatic.
Yep.
You want to hype your fans up, get rid of the last guy believed to be of that toxic culture.
Uh huh.
Like, no matter how you slice it, Jack Easterby should go.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and this sucks for Nick Casario to like come in here and it's like this terrible situation. Like, I feel like people aren't giving him a fair shot for multiple reasons, but like one of the big reasons is because Jack Easterby is still here. But if you fire Jack Easterby, then like people are gonna start giving Nick Casario more of a chance. Now the other reason why people aren't giving him a chance, and it's honestly one of the reasons why I didn't like the hire so much, is because he's a New England guy, and we already had that, with Bill O'Brien. So
Well,
I don't.
my thing with Casario being hired, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This was 1,000,000,000% a Jack Easterby move.
Oh, absolutely. I
Jack
don't know.
Easterby brought him
I
in.
don't know if you heard, but apparently, I don't know
He
what it
was
was.
on like the plane or something.
No, no, not that. But apparently, Jack Easterby panicked that that the next GM was gonna dictate his role, and so I think it was on Monday of this week. He went to Cal McNair and told Cal, about Nick Casario, and like he pretty much sold Cal on Nick Casario while Deshaun was over there on vacation, and Cal and Jack flew to get Nick Casario.
See, I did not hear any of that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
But
it was Pat Storm who said it or someone else, like from the national media, but someone said it.
see, here's my thing. I don't think Easterby can even stay with his best buddy because from everything I've heard, they're like best friends. I don't even think with his best friend as GM, Easterby can keep his job if it's involved with like the roster.
Oh no, he's already been demoted from that.
Yeah, no, his role. He's like I think to be honest, if Casario feels that Easterby is coming away from you're a culture guy and a preacher and all this stuff. I feel like Casario would get rid of him quick.
Yeah, nah, but
Like,
Cal McNair and I'm not sure if Nick also confirmed it, but Cal McNair already confirmed that Jack Easterby is going back to his previous role before O'Brien got fired. So
And see, that's another thing with it. I see no harm with Jack Easterby if he stays in that role.
yeah.
The second he starts creeping out of that role is the second I'm like, you creep out of that role, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Easterby
Oh,
and Casario should have a conversation where Casario just lays it out like, look, you're my buddy, we're good friends, but you're gonna make me look bad if you leave that role. So if you try to leave that role, I'll have to get rid of you.
I just think he needs to go, man. Like, fuck. Like, I don't think like he has a place on this team. I really
Well,
don't.
let me ask you something. And I really want you to think about it. So even if you have to take a second to pause and think,
Paul.
how many players have you heard say something negative about Easterby?
None.
From what I've seen, it's the opposite.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just like them being, I guess, like I guess you could say politically correct. I guess in a way, like trying to play it right. Like they're not gonna throw him under the bus and say, "Oh man, yeah, fuck that guy Easterby. You know, he's ugly as shit, bald as fuck too." You know, they're not gonna say shit like that. So like they're always gonna say like the right things to the media and stuff. So
I don't know. Because if you look at some of our players on social media, they don't exactly tiptoe anymore.
well, I don't know. I feel like it's different when it involves people on your team.
Mm, I guess.
And like it's also been reported like a lot of like players like don't fuck with him and that there was like this whole I don't know if you heard about it, but like there was like a whole van following a player, and that player had to get his friend to follow that van, and that
What?
you didn't hear about that?
No.
What the fuck? That was like a big story.
A
Yeah,
van following a van?
a van following a player, and that player speculated that that van was from the team, like the Texans team, and he figured that it was Jack Easterby, the one that set it up. So he had his friend follow or stalk out that van to see what the fuck was up. And like,
I have not heard anything about
what
that.
the fuck? That was like huge news, like about 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I
And
never heard
players
that.
do not like Easterby at all.
Hmm. I mean, if it's a player issue, like your players are like, nah, he needs to go, then yeah, he needs to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he
You
does
can't,
not have a place on his team.
yeah, that changes stuff.
Yeah.
Because if all I have to go off of is these public, like, responses and comments about Easterby, a good chunk of our roster likes him. But it's that behind the scenes stuff where it's always iffy.
Yeah. Hey, not everything always comes out.
But for Casario, right?
Yeah.
Other than his relationship to Easterby and the fact that he was with the Patriots, why should he not be GM?
Uh, I mean, he is definitely as qualified as anyone out there. Honestly, like,
That that's my thing. I feel like I feel like he's getting unnecessary hate just because of one his relationship with a guy they hate, and then the fact that he was with the
oh
Patriots.
no, absolutely. Like in my video that I made about the Nick Casario hiring, I
Go
said,
watch.
I said that it wasn't a bad hire, but I did think it was a dumb hire because of the whole going back to the New England, hole. I guess. Like,
But my thing as far as GM goes, I think that doesn't matter as much as if it was a coach.
I hope not, man. Because like, I do not
Because
want to do 5 more years of New England bullshit.
one thing with GM that's different than with coach. Yeah, coaches are going to try to be like Belichick, right?
Yeah,
Front office, not necessarily.
that's true.
Because managing a roster, salary cap, drafting, all those kind of things are very, very different from Bill Belichick's role.
That's true.
So for me personally, and this is just me, I know not everyone thinks like this. For me, my only concern with Casario is, can he draft well? Because we don't know how involved he was with the Patriots drafts. They have not drafted well
Oh, absolutely
recently.
not. I don't
Like
think
some of
they
their
ever
recent
draft
drafts,
well.
like if I'm not mistaken, didn't they pick like N'Keal Harry over, I believe, Marquise Brown?
Yeah.
Like
Fucking, they
they
picked
have some
Sony
shit.
Michelle over fucking what's his name, Nick Chubb and shit like that.
Like they have very, very questionable drafts. Personally, I'm of the mindset that Bill Belichick does the majority of that because I think Belichick, as far as the draft goes, would tell Casario like, "Hey, put in the work to get this player at this pick."
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Casario would be like, "Hey, I recommend this guy instead," but Bill Belichick, I think, had the final say. You know.
Yeah.
Now, I really, really, really want to keep this short, but I do need to say this. I've seen so many people with this take, and I think it's fucking lazy as shit. We can call Deshaun Watson soft without being racist.
What?
Like, I saw so many tweets, right?
Uh huh.
So many where it was something along the lines of, if you criticize Deshaun Watson off the field, you're a racist. I'm like, what?
That's weird.
If that's the world we're going to be living in, then it's going to be pretty shitty, to be honest, because that's half the population. No, for real though, let's imagine a world where you could not say anything negative about any black people.
I, well, it's like I don't know, man. It's like the same people that like for example, some people wanted Robert Saleh as head coach. Other people, like myself, wanted Joe Brady. Other people wanted Brian Dable, and like the Eric Bieniemy fanboys, like like they just couldn't accept any answer besides Eric Bieniemy. So what would they do? They would call anyone who had someone else, instead of Eric Bieniemy as their top head coach option. They just called him racist. Like, it was
Now,
so dumb.
I'm gonna scratch this video out of my list, but I don't really care because I want to talk about it, and I'm gonna talk about it. I do think there is a little bit of racism with the be enemy shit. I'm not saying that's
There's
the
some,
sole
yeah, there's like
reason.
some people, like
Like,
certain people in particular. I do think.
let me ask you something. I'm sure you've heard about the stuff that came up with be enemies past, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they dig into everybody else's past?
Hmm. Well, they dug into Patricia's past.
But no, I'm talking about like coaches available right
Oh, I
now.
don't know.
Not, I'm like,
Maybe they're squeaky clean.
no one's ever squeaky
I'm
clean.
squeaky clean.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
I'm fucking clean as fuck.
You're a little piggy
Never
boy.
had a fucking ticket in my life, buddy.
But no, for real, I think stuff like going and looking into his background, but nobody else's, is a little racist. Speaking of which, though, let's get off the serious topic. Uh, Robert Sala and Eric Bieniemy had dog shit interviews apparently.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. And it's funny because I think it
Like,
was Benjamin Albright. Benjamin Albright. I don't know if you know who he is. He's like one of the Broncos insiders. Uh, earlier this, I guess, well, earlier this off season that just started, a lot of people were giving him shit because he had said that Eric Bieniemy last year had like pretty bad interviews. That's why he didn't have a head coaching job, and like a lot of people like started calling him racist and shit like that. So he was like, I'm just reporting what I've heard. I'm not, like pushing a certain narrative. He said that he thinks Bieniemy should be a coach in the NFL, but part of the reason why he isn't a coach in the NFL at the moment was because of the bad interviews. And then it comes out that he had a bad interview with the Falcons this year.
yeah, no, it's one thing if you get a report, hey, yeah, he didn't interview well with this team, and you get that once.
Yeah.
Even if it's the same person putting it out, if you get a second one, that's when you're kind of like, um, might be a little concerning.
Yeah, and then Robert Saleh too with Detroit. Apparently his interview went bad. And here's the thing: the person that reported this, you know who it was?
No, I don't.
Aaron Wilson.
Hmm.
Aaron Wilson. So you already know the dude's as reliable as they get. So
I'm gonna be honest about Aaron Wilson though. No disrespect intended. I'm sure he does his own shit, right?
mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the time he sees like Ian Rappaport tweet it, so he tweets it right after.
I feel like a lot of
Because,
people do that, and it's so annoying because like I've been seeing the same shit on Twitter like fucking 5 times in a fucking span
and
of like
again,
30 seconds.
no disrespect to him. Again, I'm sure he has his own sources, and I'm sure he fucking puts his own shit out there. I'm not saying that's all he does, but like you'll see like when it comes to major news, if he's not first to it, then it's kind of just like him changing the wording a little bit of somebody else's tweet.
I feel like everyone does that though. It's like I didn't like really think about it until now, but like everyone definitely does that. Like it's so weird. Like maybe I should start doing that too. I don't know.
Also, if you're a Texans fan and you're listening to this and you want to freak people out, just change your Twitter profile picture to somebody credible like Ian Rappaport, your handle, and then tweet out fake head coach hirings for the Texans. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm trying to get a good one right now of of, and it's gonna be out by the time this is over. But I'm trying to get a good one, basically saying Tim Kelly has been hired as the head coach because I want to have some fun with that. But yeah, just make up some fake ones. Like you can say, the Texans have hired Jason Garrett.
Oh man, that would freak a bunch of people out.
But again, you gotta make your stuff look like you're like a credible account, you know.
I feel like what really messes that up is like the little fucking check marks. Little
I
verify.
wish I was a good hacker. I'd fucking hack into this shit, give myself a little verification mark.
I wish I had it verified on my main account, dude. I feel like
You're
I deserve it.
verified. You're verified in my heart.
That's kind of fucking sus.
Shut your fucking mouth.
But let's keep on going. Okay, so coaches. We spoke a bit about Robert Saleh and Eric Bieniemy. Who do
Mhm.
you think the Texans' next head coach should be?
Should be or will be.
Should be
That's very
should
big
be
difference.
should be like
Should be.
who do you want? I guess.
Who I want? Matt Eberflus.
Huh.
That's out the window now.
Yeah.
That's out the window. That's why I was saying who do I want
Yeah.
versus who will be is very
Yeah.
different.
Okay. That's who you want. Okay.
I want him because of experience.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you're a big
Mr. Joe Brady, of course.
I know that's your boy.
That's my boy.
And my boy Ari Gold. Shout out to young Ari
Yeah.
Gold.
Like we've been like we started the whole Joe Brady thing.
I think he started a little bit before you.
Like fucking
Because he was on it.
months. Like this was like months back. I feel like
Like, this was
probably
start of the season.
October. Like as soon, honestly, I feel like as soon as O'Brien got fired, like everybody was like, "Oh my God, Eric Bieniemy, Robert Saleh, ah!" And we were like over here chilling with,
I
"Look
know
at Joe
y'all
Brady."
for sure were the first two, like, pounding the drum for him, though.
Yeah,
Now, who do you think it will be?
Joe
Not who
Brady.
do you want. You think it's Joe
I
Brady?
think it is Joe Brady, 100%. I think
See,
without a doubt, it's gonna be Joe Brady.
okay, I need to put this scenario out here
Uh-huh.
because it's not impossible. It is very real. There is a scenario where, to appease Deshaun
They
Watson,
get Bieniemy.
no, they make Tim Kelly head coach.
I do not see it at
That
all.
is very, again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's even likely. It's just a possibility.
I also don't think it's a possibility, honestly.
I do. Because keep in mind, let's say they do decide to interview Bieniemy and Bieniemy
Well,
accepts it
I
and
don't know. I
is
don't know if you
pissed at
heard,
them.
but apparently word on the street is that Bieniemy, he thought he was like the front runner for the Texans job, and he would have took it had they requested an interview, but they didn't request an interview, and like this whole Deshaun Watson front office mess came out, and now he said fuck that shit. So now if they do request an interview, he's not going to interview.
That's what I'm saying. He's now of the mindset, yeah, no, y'all fucking, y'all could have had me, but now you're just doing it to appease your quarterback.
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson, if I'm not mistaken, said he was going to talk to the owners about fucking keeping Tim Kelly around.
yeah. But what's his name?
So he
Nick
really likes Tim
Casario
Kelly.
already said that he was gonna involve Deshaun Watson with the coaching hire, and I believe it was Pat Storm, the one that put out that Joe Brady wants to sit down and talk to Deshaun Watson first before he takes the job. So I think this job is 100% Joe Brady's, and I wouldn't be shocked if Tim Kelly did stay as like the pass game coordinator, or maybe even the offensive coordinator along with
Now,
Joe Brady. But I don't think like in any situation Tim Kelly will be the head coach.
now outside of, again, because that's just a little side pocket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is possible, not likely, probably not going to happen. It's like it's possible, but I think the most likely scenario is Joe Brady.
Yeah, I honestly
I
think it's a done deal.
Because let me ask something, because you're more active and you're keeping up with it obviously more than I am. Other than like the people who were pretty blatantly like Rooney Rule people, being like Marvin Lewis and Caldwell,
Yeah.
who the fuck else have they interviewed?
Well, they were gonna interview Eberflus, but that shit flew out the window.
But he turned. But see, that's my thing. At this stage, because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, all these teams that don't have a head coach have already interviewed all these top guys.
Yeah.
And the Texans are sitting here with Caldwell, Marvin Lewis, and Joe Brady.
Oh
So
yeah,
one
it's Joe Brady.
top guy.
I mean,
There's
they can still interview Brian Dable. They haven't even requested Brian Dable. There's
they
still
can't,
Greg Roman as well,
but
but
they're playing a very dangerous game if their end goal is not Joe Brady.
yeah,
Because if your end goal is not Joe Brady and you're waiting to be like the last team to talk to Dabble and Sala and all these other guys or whatever,
yeah.
you're risking them already coming to agreements with those teams.
I'm just hoping that these dudes they just like I have a feeling that they might go Arthur Smith.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either. The dude's fucking Gary Kubiak Jr. There's nothing that he does that like impresses me, like at all.
Now, if you're going with Joe Brady though,
Mm-hmm.
I think you're swinging for the fences with that one because he's had one season in the NFL as a coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how consistent he can be running a offense or a team, especially. But he did show enough promise in that 1 year that shows maybe, just maybe, if you give him, a top four quarterback in the league in Deshaun Watson, then, maybe, just maybe, they could, be incredible. But if you're going with a guy like Eberflus or somebody like that, the more seasoned guy, I think that's the safer pick,
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, the Texans usually, they tend to go with the safe pick, and I want them to go risky. Like, the only other time that they went risky was when they got Deshaun Watson, and look how that turned out. So, why not
Was that
get...
risky though?
Absolutely. Anytime you trade up for a quarterback, it's risky.
But I mean,
I mean,
at least by
no,
the majority of people, if I'm not mistaken, other than myself, and I know I shame myself every day about it. Um, to the majority of people, Deshaun Watson was the best quarterback in the
yeah,
draft.
but like still though, like you never know like how these quarterbacks are gonna turn out. Like look at like fucking Johnny Manziel, like look at RG3 and shit like that. You know, like
In
Sam Darnold,
fairness
Josh
to my boy,
Rosen.
in fairness to my boy RG3, he was good until his injury.
Yeah, true, but like still like you just never know how like things are gonna turn out. Like with quarterbacks, and I feel like with head coaches, like it's the same thing. Like you got dudes like Hugh Jackson that were like considered like amazing like offensive coordinators, like they're like the next big thing, and then they became head coaches, and they were trash. Same thing like with a Bill O'Brien and Adam Gase, and then like there's like the complete opposite as well, like with dudes like um, Frank Wright. Frank Wright was like a panic hire because the Colts didn't get Josh McDaniels because he backed out at the last second, and people made fun of them for it.
And to be honest, he's better than Josh
Oh,
McDaniels.
absolutely. And then Mike Vrabel, like even though like he was like like a guy that was like up and coming, like he was a god awful defensive
Coordinator.
coordinator. Yeah, so like I feel like
My
you
thing,
just never know
my
with
thing
these
with the
things.
Vrabel though is I think he gets a lot of help from his coordinators,
Oh, absolutely,
which is why,
absolutely.
when you see like one side of the ball struggle, it's not on Vrabel, especially on the offensive end.
Well, defensively, he's calling the plays this year, so
Yeah,
that's why they're
but
trash.
bro,
They're like ranked 29th this year, I think.
didn't we? I'm pretty sure we averaged like 38 points against them this year.
Probably. But I mean, to be fair, we got Deshaun motherfucking Watson. Not for
Yes,
long though.
sir.
Not for long. Hey.
Have you seen? And I don't want to even think about some of the horrific. First of
Oh
all,
my.
y'all are disrespectful. Don't
Yeah,
you
god
dare tell
awful
me Kirk
trade.
Cousins in a seventh for Watson is fair.
God awful trade. Fucking.
You want to know what the worst one I saw was?
Huh.
I saw one, and I shit you not, because this was on a fucking national fucking site, like nationally recognized by the public,
Uh huh.
right? I'm not even gonna name it. I'm sure you'll be able to guess it. But I saw a trade scenario that was the most horrific thing I've ever seen, where it was Deshaun Watson is getting traded away from the Texans, right? The Texans get Nick Foles, Tariq Cohen, and a future first. That's
Oh.
it. That's it.
That's god awful. What is that? Fucking pro football focus or something?
No, no.
Bleacher
Even
Report?
even yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like that was one of the most horrific things I've ever seen. Like I it genuinely makes me angry because I'm like, do you even watch these teams play?
For real. Like I don't know, man. There's like so many god awful trades. I think the best one that I seen was I believe it was Justin Herbert, Joey Bosa, a first round pick this draft, a first round pick next draft, second round pick next draft for Deshaun Watson. I was like, intriguing.
Not enough.
It's intriguing, man.
Not enough.
No, that's why I say, throw in Derwin James in the 7th round pick, and we'll throw in Brendan Scarlett.
Yeah, that is more intriguing. But to be honest, it would have to be a deal that put the RG3 trade to shame.
What was the RG3 trade? I fucking forgot that one. Was it 3 first round picks?
If I'm not mistaken, it was like 3 firsts and 3 seconds
God damn.
plus more. It would have to put that to shame, to be honest. Like, if you're getting Deshaun Watson right now, even if he's demanding a trade, you give me control of your next 5 first and next 5 seconds.
Yep.
And then we'll start talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Deshaun Watson's what, 25?
I don't think a lot of like these fans don't understand. Like, Deshaun Watson's a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. I don't think ever in NFL history has a top tier elite quarterback that hasn't even entered his prime yet has been traded. Like can you think of like a scenario like this?
A top tier quarterback before entering his prime getting traded?
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming you're talking about. Oh wait, never mind. To be honest,
It's
no.
never happened. So like it would have to be like a complete fucking blockbuster trade. So like all these like bullshit
Like,
garbage trades like fucking Jimmy Garoppolo in the 1st round pick and the 2nd round pick for Deshaun Watson. That's just fucking trash.
let me put it like this too. If him not getting to pick GM is the straw that breaks the camel's back, that is just unforgivable for Deshaun, and he's just like, no, I'll never forgive you. Get rid of me. Then, and I say this unfortunately, but if that's the case, Deshaun, you're a massive pussy.
Ooh.
If that's what breaks the, like, that's the final straw where you're like, nope, I'm gone. You're a bitch. Like, if that's it, then why the fuck are you being marketed as he can handle all this adversity and he's great? No. Like, to be honest, part of the reason I am not as mad at Bill O'Brien as a lot of other people is because Deshaun gave him his blessing.
Oh yeah.
Like, some of y'all forget Deshaun Watson was like, that's my guy for life or
him.
something like that.
I love that man.
I'll
always said,
always
I love that man.
And y'all want him picking our next coach?
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like,
the people he has endorsed so far have been Bill O'Brien, Tim Kelly, and Eric Bieniemy, who apparently had a horrific interview back-to-back years.
Yeah,
that's like I think Deshaun gets twisted from like personality versus coaching.
Yeah, and like that's the thing, like that's why I want Joe Brady to sit down with Deshaun and like hopefully they have a good conversation and Deshaun hops on the train because I do not want fucking Eric Bieniemy.
Now let me say this: if they do sit down and talk, I think Joe Brady for sure is our next head coach.
Yeah, I honestly, I feel like I don't know, like honestly, I feel like Deshaun is too nice of a person that he would fall in love with like anyone that you like throw in front of him.
I think if it's somebody who's showing love to him, like, I don't think he's the kind of player where you can go in yelling and hollering at him. Like, if you do that, you're gonna fucking lose him. He's not gonna back you after that. But if you go into him like, hey Deshaun, yeah, no, I think you're incredible and you're doing great things for us, but I need you to try to tweak this to this because I think this will happen. I think he'll respond to that amazing. And I think the fact that Joe Brady's 32?
31. Hey.
31 years. I think the fact that he's that young and is a closer age to Deshaun, they'll be able to relate to each other more.
Yeah.
And that'll
They'll
be a
go
better.
party together and stuff.
They'll be dating girls the same age.
They'll be passing girls to each other.
Okay, we're not going there. We're not doing this.
Oh shit, bro. Nah, Joe Brady's he's a nice guy. Joe Brady doesn't date women. Women are evil, and he doesn't get distracted by the evil women.
I think that's you.
What?
What do you mean, what?
How's that
Oh,
mean?
wait. No, that's not you. You have a girlfriend.
I don't have a fucking girlfriend.
Yes, you fucking do.
Who's my girlfriend?
Amine girl. Yep.
Nope.
You proposed. That's your
You
fiance.
wish.
No, I don't.
You
I wish I
wish.
never fucking introduced y'all.
You never introduced us. What the fuck you mean?
Or not introduced y'all, but I wish I never pushed for y'all to be together.
We aren't together.
You are.
No, how the fuck are we together, bro?
Do you really want to go there?
Yeah, because we're not together.
Yes, y'all kind of are.
We've only hung out 3 times.
My ass.
We have.
Y'all have only gone out on dates 3 times, maybe.
We only hung out 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I lie?
She got me through my COVID. I can't stop thinking about her. You don't remember saying these things to me?
I do, but see, like, my feelings change like so fucking much that like right
Because
now
you're bipolar.
I am. I feel like I am because like right now I don't give a fuck. You know, like I'm just chilling. I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like I'm evil. Like
You're a weirdo.
I'm cold hearted. Like
Cold-hearted?
yeah. I don't have a heart. I'm evil. Soulless, heartless.
Like your eyes. That explains the look in your
I'm
eyes.
heartless, dude. Like, I don't care.
In the night of... Okay, let me stop.
That's god awful. I think we should end on that because that was so fucking god awful, Doug.
Abrupt ending!